Hello, welcome to Let's Wander. Today I'm in the smallest city in England, Wells. I'm accompanied by my good and furry friends. Lovely Lyla. And somewhere around here, Buddy. So we're going to have a look around and see what this little city's got to offer us. So with all this being said, let's wander. We arrived in the late afternoon, and once we'd settled in, we set out to explore the city, and Wales looks fantastic at night with the light on the old architecture. The following morning we went out to find the cathedral, and on our way through the city centre we saw the fountain, which usually flows with water thanks to Bishop Beckington in 1451, who channelled the water from St Andrew's Well in the Bishop's Palace grounds. The water also fills the moat of the Bishop's Palace. On our wander to the cathedral we found Vicar's Close, which is one of the oldest purpose-built streets in Europe. It was occupied by Vicar's Choral, the organists and vergers. There would have been 42 houses originally, but following the Reformation vicars were allowed to get married, and some of the houses were knocked through, and there are now 27. Something quite interesting about this street is it tapers in at one end and goes out further at the other, so it actually looks longer when you look down that way. How bizarre. Another of Bishop Beckington's additions to the city is Penniless Porch, where beggars could ask for alms. Almshouses were a place where the elderly and poor could get paid and a roof over their head at an affordable price. Building works for Wells Cathedral began in 1176 and lasted until 1490, when it replaced an earlier Saxon minster with a record of dating back to the year 776. Bishop Reginald de Bohun came from France with a revolutionary design, and Wells is the first cathedral built in the Gothic style. The bishopric began around 909 and later moved to Bath Abbey in 1090. You enter the cathedral through the cloisters, and once you enter the nave, your eyes are drawn to the strainer arches, also known as scissor arches, and these amazing pieces of architecture were built by master mason William Joy in the mid-14th century. They were installed in 1338 to halt the subsidence caused by an earthquake that damaged the central piers and crossing in the previous century. The work took 10 years to complete. Looking up, the nave is decorated with a pattern called the Tree of Life, and the design is contemporary to the cathedral and was discovered under the whitewash that covered it in the Reformation. Since where it started out, he had plenty of room for his writing. It's like being back at school, isn't it? You're running out of space and there's no more places to go. Look out for the cartoon-style tails in the arches too. Here we can see two men collecting grapes and looking over their shoulders.
Hey, you see them over there? They're taking your grapes. Well, I'll go get me pitchfork. Help my ear! Stop stealing my grapes then. Take that, you thieving mumble crust.
The astronomical clock is a fantastic piece of medieval engineering. This is pre-Copernicus, meaning the Earth is at the centre and the Sun revolves around the outside. This coach chest is actually the oldest wooden furniture in England and came from the original Saxon minster. This font is also from the Saxon minster. It is over 1,000 years old, so it's seen a lot of babies into Christianity. This ironwork dates to the 15th century and surrounds the tomb of Bishop Beckington. It shows Bishop Beckington in his living body and below the rotting corpse to tell all that no matter what your position is in life, we will all be the same in the end. Nephew of the more famous Sir Walter Raleigh, Dean Walter Raleigh was actually imprisoned in his own deanery until he was stabbed in a small fight by his jailer and hurriedly buried under the choir. Next to the cathedral is the Bishop's Palace and its moat that is home to a group of swans who were trained to ring a bell when they want to be fed. Generations of swans have passed down the knowledge since then, and they still continue to ring the dinner bell to this day. The ruins we see outside of the palace are once a great hall, where in 1337 Bishop Ralph held a huge party. It's said that his guests consumed 86 casks of wine, 340 casks of beer, 672 loaves of bread and various other dishes. The hall fell into disrepair around 1830 and the gardens laid out amongst the ruins, which was quite fashionable at the time. This is the Pilgrim, a statue by Wiltshire sculptor David Backhouse. Inside the palace there's a display of royal memorabilia, including the stool that Queen Elizabeth II sat on for her coronation, an invitation to the coronation, and the coat worn by Bishop Lord Howard Bradfield at Queen Elizabeth II's coronation in 1953. The staircase is recognisably Jacobean. Wide dark wood stairs with carvings, it reminded me of the one in the bookshop in Kingston upon Thames Market Square. In this room, Bishop Bradfield used to entertain his guests. He had a collection of tobacco pipes that he would offer to his jaunty hat-wearing friends. And that leads us to the end of another episode. Hope you'll like, share, subscribe and leave a comment. And please do go and investigate Wells for yourself. There is a lot more to be seen than what we've shown in this video. So from me, Lyla and Buddy, this was Let's Wander. And we will see you again soon. Bye 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 bye.